Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial in Excel with UDevelop. Alright, so in this one, in the previous videos we talked about the index, the match, the index match, the index match, max, mean, and average, and all of that. Now, I want to show you how to use index with an error handler. So what happens when we are looking for let's go and see what happens when we are looking for a value, right, that does not exist in the value we're looking for. Let's say we want to find out, or okay, let me just do it here. Let's say we want to find out, they give us a name and say find out the email of this address. So let's say the HR just comes and is like, okay, please, can you help me find the email address of this staff from our staff list? I'm like, okay, no problem. Let me just quickly go down. Give me a minute, please. Just say index. Sorry, let me make it capital. Index. We are looking for the email address of all, and we are matching it with this particular staff. We want to look up this particular staff from all the staff list, and we want it to be exact. I'll click on OK. I'm like, oh, there's an error. And like, which error? What is happening? And we can't actually know what the error is or what is happening. But this shows that one of the value, they say a value is not available to the formula or function, which means that this value, if we look at this Omofe Bukola, it's not in all these lists, which means it is out of the list now. But you don't want to have an Excel sheet that is having not available for any staff name that maybe was even misspelled. Even if I come and put this Kevin Malone, right, and maybe I add another extra E or R to the name, it will still say not found, right? So we don't want it to do this. Instead, we want to give it something more defined and more suitable or appropriate. So we can use an error handler, so that anytime we are working and it throws in an error, we should be able to find something cool to substitute the error. So for that, I'll be teaching you the if not available error or if error at all. So what's the difference between them? The if not available error, that is the ifne error or handler, is a function that helps you to give you a value if no value is found. But the if error itself contains a whole wide range of error handling. So it can for every error that occur, it can, whether the person is available or the text or is not spelled correctly, or there's an issue with the formula or whatever it is, it will not backfire anything. It will just show you that everything is having an error. So that is why the if error is sometimes used better than using the if not available error. So let's just go ahead and show you the if not available error. So we'll use it if any, we'll wrap everything inside that if any, so that when it's coming, but as it's reading the error, the first thing it sees is if not available error. So it helps you to cushion the effect of that so that it doesn't throw out error all over your work. So what is it? We are now going to do the index, and what are we looking for? We are looking for the email address, normal. We are matching it with this name and looking up from this name, and we want it to find an exact match, right? So we are closing the first two parentheses. Now is closing for the index and the match, but mind you, we are working for the if not error, and the if not error must take a parameter or a value which says what is the value if not available value. So if not available, you should say something like staff not on list, right? And we close it. Now you can see that staff not on list. If I copy these other staffs, let's say they give you about 4 or 5 staffs to find, and you come and drag it down to where they are, you can see that it can find the name of the other people, but it's not finding this guy because the name was spelled wrongly. If I close the R and it finds the name, so either there's a misspelling on everything, the if not available error will cover that. We can also practice that using the if not error. So let me go ahead and clear this guy out. I highlight, right click and clear content. Okay, so I can come and say if error index get me the email address and match it with the value I'm looking for from the full name that exists, right, and make it exact. So when I do this, I am closing these two, that is the match and the index, I'm closing them up, then I'm giving it and still saying staff not found. I close the second quote and I press enter. So you can find it. So let's say there's another extra is staff not found. It looks like the same thing. But when you're dealing with more larger data, you'll be accounting more errors that would be difficult and more that the if error is just a very good way to overlook that and curb all those excesses. So thank you very much. And for now, on the if or on the index, these are all the formulas we'll be looking at on the index. Like I mentioned, I would have gone into using the lookup tables and all of that, but there is no lookup available for the version of Excel we are working with now. So that's why we are using the index match to do the same thing the exit lookup would have done for us, or the VLOOKUP would have done for us. So if you want to know more about the VLOOKUP, you can hit me up and maybe I'll prepare another tutorial on using VLOOKUP. But VLOOKUP has limitations, so that's why we are focusing now on using the index match array until we are able to get a 2021 version of Microsoft, and I'll show you what to do with the XLOOKUP. If you have a 2021 version of Microsoft based on popular demand, I will do a video for that. So, but I'm going to get mine very soon so that I can make the video on XLOOKUP, so that whoever version you are using, you will have how to navigate and find the same answer using different methods. So thank you very much and see you in another tutorial.